My name is Matic, and I have a confession to make. I'm a compulsive phone watcher. And this is the point where you all go, "Hi, Matic," just like you're at your Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. Yes, I'm looking at you, person in the third row. But what do I mean by compulsive phone watcher? It means that whenever I'm bored, I'm going to go and check my phone. And I'm a news junkie, so I'll check the news, check my social networks. I'll even check my smart thermostat at home, or how many kilometers I've walked today. But there's something a lot more relevant to our daily lives that we don't check not even nearly as often. Our basic financial health. And there's a good reason why we don't do that. It can be a rather tedious thing to do, especially if things are not going well financially. So we'd rather just not mind the mess we're in and keep on relaxed. So we overspend, and the vicious circle continues. We think we can change that. It's time to make finance fun. So fun, in fact, that people will come back and check on their finances, not because they feel they have to, but because they actually enjoy it. And I know what some of you are thinking right now. Enjoy it? Who are these deranged people? We're Toshl Finance. We have 1.5 million users of our personal finance service worldwide. We have apps on iOS, Android, Windows Phone, a web app. We've been featured on the BBC, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, got an Europe award, and well, you get the picture. We've been around. And today we're introducing a brand new Toshl Finance experience. This is Micha. He's the CTO of Toshl, and he'll guide us through a few of the fun new things that we've built in our apps. Now, when you first open up the mobile app, you see your daily spending graph. You can see how much you've been spending each day of the month, how much you have left to spend in this month, and how much you can spend each day while keeping in with your financial goals. And in the new version of Toshl Finance, people will be able to automatically import data from their financial institutions. And we're constantly looking to expand coverage. But a lot of the times, you need to enter a cash transaction, or you need to add in extra details. So let's see how easy it is to do that. Let's say I'm going to add an expense for my lunch here, 7.5 pounds. And Toshl supports 165 currencies with daily refreshed exchange rates, including Bitcoin, but also ounces of gold for all of you pirates out there. But this is lunch, so I'm going to add in, food and drinks. I could save at this point, but here I'm interested in some extra details. So I'm going to add some tags. It already knows which account I'm supposed to be dealing with here. And I can also add in a location. And Toshl already knows all the places around me right now. So I can see exactly how much I'm spending at a certain place. I could also add in a text description, a repeat, so it's useful for things like utility bills, a reminder so I don't forget to pay before the bill is due, and a photo of the receipt or the item itself. But let's just save this time. Now, the native phone app experience is paramount. But when you get home, we love the comfort of a large screen. And this is what the Toshl web app is for. As you can see, we have the same type of daily spending graph here as we do on mobile. On the right, you have a list of expenses. And the expense we added a few moments ago on mobile has already been added here. With all these rich details here that we've easily added, it's really simple to do really nice visualizations and insights into your financial life. For example, we can do this map of where you've been spending, so you know exactly how much you spent, for example, for those Earl Grey teas at the Diogenes Club with Mycroft. But let's get back to the expenses. Here you can see the categories and exactly how much a certain category represents in relation to your spending. And see all those little bubbles that are squirted out below? These are the tags that give you even more insight into what you've been spending on. And don't forget, you can also juggle accounts, turn them on, off, so you can get a complete overview of your finances, or turn on just a few, for example, so you can see how you're dealing with your credit cards recently. But we wouldn't be Toshl if we didn't completely monster infest these apps. Now, what do I mean by that? Toshl monsters are these special creatures living inside our apps. A couple of things you need to know about them. One, they're batshit crazy, and two, they love to comment on your finances. So let's see what they have to say. This one, for example, notice that I spent a bit more on rent than an average Toshl user in France. But luckily, I'm nowhere near the Singapore levels of the real estate racket. And this next guy knows that I spend a lot on my groceries, so he suggested that I start accepting free candy from strangers, although I'm pretty sure my mother would not agree with this. Toshl users love these monsters, and we think they're going to come back and check on their finances and the monster's tomfoolery a lot more often because of this. We've only been able to show you a few things that the entire Toshl team has worked really hard to build. We're launching in the coming quarter, and we invite you to sign up on Toshl.com or follow us on the social networks, and we'll let you know exactly when that happens. So this is the new Toshl Finance. May your finances be as fun as ours.